Greetings from the Cadillac RV Park in Amarillo, Texas. This is Jason's Texas Adventures. I saw this place on Google Maps and had to stop by. There are, of course, some old Cadillacs here, as well as the Second Amendment cowboy statue. So, what do you say? Let's kick off this Route 66 adventure with some old Cadillacs. Check out this one. Let's see who's driving it. Well, it's none other than the Duke himself, John Wayne. Pretty darn cool. Well, let's go check out the other Cadillacs and see who's driving those. Well, none other than Texas legend Willie Nelson. And last but not least, we have a pink Cadillac. And the driver of this one is the King, Elvis Presley himself. The King of rock and roll. Awesome. If you're ever in the area, stop by here along historic Route 66. And this is not far at all from the famous Cadillac Ranch, which we'll go see here in a minute. They also have a gift shop here. You can come and get your Route 66 souvenirs. I think they're only open for certain hours though. Check online. But before I hit the road, I can go for a soda. And not just any soda. Back on the road again, in the words of Willie Nelson.
In a quarter mile, you will arrive at your destination.
And guess what's ahead, guys? None other than the world famous Cadillac Ranch. So what do you say? Let's go see it. Lots of graffiti on the concrete barriers as well as the road over here. And I tell you, people from all over the world come to see these Cadillacs. So guys, let me get parked here and we'll go see them for ourselves. And I see a lot of empty spray cans just thrown on the ground right there. That to me is not cool. You know what they say? Don't mess with Texas and don't litter. And sorry about the highway noise. I am right next to I-40, so just deal with it, guys. Off to the right, I think they're selling spray paint. I decided I'm not going to spray these Cadillacs. I got something else in mind. And it's quite busy here, but I'm going to make this brief. Lots and lots of people getting their pictures taken here. Well, I decided to place my sticker on one of these cars right here. What do you say, huh? Cadillac Ranch. Too cool for school. Well, it was definitely busy over here. Like I said, people from all over the world come here to see these Cadillacs and spray paint. And yeah, this is part of history out here. Part of historic Route 66, which celebrates its 100th anniversary in 2026. And would you look at all the graffiti on the road? It makes me think and wonder through the years how many cans of spray paint have been sprayed on those Cadillacs out in that field. Pretty darn cool. Let's keep moving. Continuing the drive on Interstate 40 headed west. Out there in the distance you can see a whole lot of wind turbines, and they definitely get a lot of wind out here in the Texas Panhandle. There's a nice looking travel trailer off to the right there. And so our next stop will be Vega, Texas. And would you look at those blue skies? It's gonna be a nice day too. Let's go enjoy it.
Take exit 37, then continue on to I-40 Business Loop.
So let's go see Vega, Texas along historic Route 66. So guys, welcome to Vega, Texas, along historic Route 66. Off to the right there is the historic Magnolia Station, and we'll check that out here in a minute after I get parked.
Take the next right onto East Main Street, then you will arrive at your destination.
Well, I got parked, and would you check out this huge Texas-sized mural right here that says "Welcome to Vega." And there's another cool mural across the street over there on that building. So what do you say? Let's go for a little walk down the street here in Vega, Texas. Got some cool looking buildings over here. Well, let's go take a walk over here this way. I see some historical markers. Let's go see what they say. This historical marker talks about Dr. Oscar H. Lloyd, Oldham County's first physician. Y'all can pause that and read it if you choose to do so. This one talks about a senator. That one's kind of hard to read, kind of weathered. And this says Old Tascosa, which was the former capital of 10 counties in the Texas Panhandle and is now a ghost town. Up here is the historic Magnolia Station. There's a look inside. They appear to be closed right now, but still pretty darn cool. Look at that old gas pump. Established in 1924. There's also some cool stuff across the street there too, as well as a museum, I believe, but I'll have to check that out some other time. There's still quite a few places I want to see yet on this historic Route 66. Check out the bicycle there with flowers, pretty cool. Yeah, there's just nothing like taking a walk down historic Route 66. There's a sign there, official roadside attraction, Oldham County Courthouse. It became the county seat in 1915. Well, this is a very historic, peaceful, beautiful, quiet Panhandle town. Time to get on the road again, on to the next town of Adrian, Texas. So the next town up ahead happens to be the midpoint of Route 66, which is in Adrian, Texas.
Take the I-40 West ramp, then merge onto I-40 West. Your destination is on the right.
Welcome to Adrian, Texas, home of the midpoint on Route 66. And that's the Midpoint Cafe. I was gonna get me a bite to eat there, but they look absolutely slammed. But anyhow, I'm gonna get the car parked up ahead here, and let's go take a walk on the midpoint of Route 66. Says Dream Maker Station. That's also a gift shop over here on the right hand side. But I just wanted to take a walk on this midpoint here on Route 66. Some people out taking pictures with the family, and I've said it once and I'll say it again, there's nothing quite like taking a walk on historic Route 66. There's the Dream Maker Station right there. And across the street is the official midpoint sign. So what do you say? Let's go walk the line on the midpoint of historic Route 66. Let's do this, guys. They've got a cool little pedestal there to set up your phone and take some great pictures with the sign in the background, midpoint here in Adrian, Texas. Well, before leaving here, I wanted to make a little stop at this classic car over here. So let's go check this out. And as you can see, big puddles of water over here. They must have had some recent rains. Check out this cool looking classic. Well, interesting. There's a familiar sticker on the back window of this classic. Yep, I put that there earlier. And so, the adventure continues. We're not done yet. More to come.